Good afternoon and welcome to the end of week market review for Friday, January 17th, 2014. You are going to see that our US markets are declining bullish while our Canadian markets are pushing strongly and still rising bullish. So we can see that the markets did end up on a flat note. We've got the Dow Jones up 0.25% on the day while the S&P 500 is down 0.39% for the day. A lot of this mixed trading results has definitely been because of earnings reports and economic news. If we look at our commodities, you're going to notice that all three are up and positive, with gold up 1.03%, silver up 1.33%, and oil up 1.34%. Here we're looking at the economic reports, and we're going to look more specifically at the initial claims or the jobless reports. You're going to notice that they were expecting 333 and we ended up with 326,000. As a result, we had slightly less than expected, and that was obviously a good thing to see, having fewer claims. But obviously because of the earnings reports that have been coming out, depending on what the situation was for each day, it would have affected the market's overall conditions. Here we're looking at the S&P 500 on the daily chart. You're going to see that it's now come up against some overhead resistance at its previous cycle high and is now starting to turn around and work itself back down to support. The big thing to notice here, though, is that although the S&P 500 has come up and tested its previous cycle high, the MACD is continuously getting lower and lower. This means that we have a MACD which is diverging, definitely an early sign of weakness and a pullback. So at the current state, the MACD is declining bullish and with the black line below the blue line. Looking at the S&P 500 on the weekly chart, you're going to be able to see the overall growth that we've had over the last year, but now it looks like things are definitely starting to flatten out over the last month. Our Toronto Stock Exchange is doing very well right now, with it continuously pushing itself up higher and into new high highs. We've got the MACD, which is rising bullish, and with the black line over top of the blue line. Looking at the weekly chart, you're going to see just how much growth has been happening over the last year. We've pushed ourselves now into some highs that we haven't seen in quite some time. Our volatility indicator is currently at 12.44. It's still at a very low level, despite the fact that the markets are starting to decline. We're going to expect that the volatility indicator will test some overhead resistance and possibly even break through and beyond the 200 EMA. It has done this in the past. We won't be concerned, though, until it starts to really raise itself up above 21 and into the 22s. If you have any questions about anything that we've discussed, you can either send us an email or phone call. All of our contact information is on the screen. So with that said, this has been the end of week market review for Friday, January 17th, 2014. Ciao for now.